Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alif bin Roslan. My matrix number is 279039. Today I want to talk about a scout. Before I start, I want to introduce the founder of the scout. The name for the scout founder was Robert Stephenson Smith Baden-Powell, and the name mentioned by the scout members was BP. Okay, I will start with the scout was born. In 1901, when BP returned to England from South Africa, he wrote a book entitled Aids to Scouting. The challenge of writing the book, BP continued to write a book based on experience in India and Africa. This book is a scout guide for soldiers and is also in demand and has also been made one of the school textbook. In 1907, the BP brought a group of 20 boys to Brownsea Island on Harbour Island by holding the world's first boy scout camp. This camp turned into very successful. In 1908, BP published a book entitled Scouting for Boys, in which the content became a guide to train boy to be a scout and decorate with the interesting drawing from BP. When the movement started to grow rapidly, he was devoted to his homeland and conducted training to the youngest generation, and we decided to retire in the army and start entering a new life in scouting. In 1937, when BP was 83 years old, he was accompanied by his wife, Lady Baden-Powell, with their children, Peter, Heather and Betty, left the city of London and head for Kenya, Africa, and settled in a peaceful village, snow-covered mountain peak where BP and his family rest after a long time of devotion to the world. BP died on January 8, 1941 in Pictou, Kenya at the age of 83, and he was buried in the soft shadow of Kenya Kilimanjaro mountain. Sorry for the long story about the history of the scout. It's a little bit boring. Now we will do a note, and I will show to all my friends how to do a note. This is a basic in the scout. I will show to you guys. 4 note is square note, sheet bend, bowline, and clove hitch. Okay, the first note is square note. Okay, take your root or anything. The first step is you have to cross 2 lines. This, like this, and go like this. And the second step is bring end together and cross again. This, and the end must be one same side, like this. The second note is sheet bend. Okay, first do like this, do a circle, and then pass the thin rope through the thin rope bight, like this. Wrap the round bight and tuck it under itself. Hold tight and pull tight rope and tighten. So you can see like this. This is shape bend. The third note is bowline. You have to do like this. Circle, and then pass the tag and throw the rope loop. This, and go like that, and then pass it behind the standing part and throw the loop again. Do like this and throw the loop again. Hold the loop and tag and the pull to tighten, and this is bowl it. The last note is clove hitch. To make it more easier is you grab something like a pen or wood or stick. The step for glove hitch is easier because we have a thing like road or something. It make easier. The first step is hang rope from the support like this, and then loop around the support with the end like this, and after that pass it from behind the rope like this. And then this is clove hitch, and that's all for me, and I hope this video will help you to in Scout if you want to join the Scout. And thank you and bye.
Thank you, Alif, for sharing about your interest in Scout. So I want to continue about my interest. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mohd Hafeezuddin bin Abdul Khodir. My metric number 277419. My biggest interest in my life is the sport, and the special sport in my interest is the football. First of all, I want to share about you guys what is football. Football, also called association football or soccer, is a game involving two teams of 11 players who try to maneuver the ball into the other team goal without using their hand or arms. The team that score more goals will win the game. Football is the world's most popular ball game in the number of participants and spectators, and football is number one sport in the world. So that's why the football is very deep in my heart, and it is very my number one interest in my life. But don't be confused. In America, they also have a sport called football. However, different from the real sport of football. There are other sports that use the name of football, which is American football. American football is very different from real football. American football uses clothing that can be protect the body from injury, and their game is tough than football. And American football is very similar to the sport of rugby. Moreover, in addition, American call the football soccer in the term of soccer, and the famous league in the country is MLS, which is Major League Super. In Major League Super, it has a Miami club. That is, the owner of the club is David Beckham, the legend from England and Manchester United. So next, I will talk about league in football, the famous league, top 5 famous league in football. In football, there are major league that govern the sport. The most eye-catching leagues are the league located in continental Europe. The first is definitely the league from England, which is the Premier League, or it called EPL, English Premier League. This league is very famous for having famous teams in its league, such as Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Even the competition in the Premier League is so intense that the champions in the league can be exchanged, and unexpectedly. For example, in 2015, the Leicester club became the league Premier League champions, beating the giants in the league. More surprisingly, the lineup of Leicester players at the time was not well known, such as N'Golo Kante, Vardy and Harry Maguire. But after the championship, that player has become the famous player, and many club and many big club, the biggest club, approaching them. The second is league based in Spanish. It is La Liga. It's called La Liga. In this league, there are three giants club, or the biggest club in football, such as the Real Madrid that have champions of UCL 13 times. It called UCL is the term of UEFA Champions League. And in La Liga too have FC Barcelona, who famous of the player is Lionel Messi, who won 6 times Ballon d'Or, the famous football award. And last is Atletico Madrid. And the third Italian league, it's called Serie A. In this league also has a great club like AC Milan, Inter Milan and Juventus. And last for me is the French league and the German league. It's called Ligue 1 for French and Bundesliga from German. But in my opinion, the rivalry in Ligue 1 and Bundesliga is less interesting because every year the champions are the same club. Therefore, the two leagues are called Farm League by football fans all over the world. It's because no competition and lack of interesting. But for me, as a football fans, I appreciate it because in these two leagues, German and French, the Ligue 1 and Bundesliga, is a famous club and have namely players like Arjen Robben, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar and Thomas Muller. Football. For the local team, I am interested in the JDT club. It is Johor Darul Ta'zim football club and Kedah teams. It's called or known as Kedah Darul Aman FC. I love JDT because JDT has a complete training facilities such as a field, training equipment and training areas. And beside that, the patron of JDT is Tengku Mahkota Johor, that is Tengku Ismail, or known as TMJ, is a person who is very farsighted and cares about football, and he is very think about football. The second team that I interest is of course Kedah. Kedah is famous for its great young player, and Kedah has a great reputation and history in Malaysian football. For overseas club or the outside club, I admire the Real Madrid team. Real Madrid team is the biggest football club that has its own history. They are also as known as Los Blancos in Real Madrid term. In Spanish term, Los Blancos, it is the star, because every year they will have a star player. And the two players I am interested in football is the rivalry and the greatest of all time in footballer. It is my idol is Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Both have their respective capabilities. Both have their respective capabilities. They have speed and abilities in football. For example, like Messi has amazing speed and ball control. He has a good dribbling in ball. For example, we can see in league, Messi always dribble and make a leg break for the other team, and the defense will suffer if the defense saw Messi. And Messi is a nightmare for every defenders all over the world, while Ronaldo has a great instinct in finding opportunities and scoring the goals. And in addition, two players, Messi and Ronaldo, have great abilities in free kick. For example, Ronaldo have a knuckleball in free kick. It is the ball, it will up and down. It will make goalkeeper cannot do save. It is hard to save the ball. While Messi, the specialties in his free kick is the curveball. The statistic from 2014 to 2017, it shows Messi goal in free kick is unbelievable. So that's all about my interest. I want to share anything, and thank you for my partner Alif Hailqal.